Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time, as I haven't been able to put out as many videos as I like lately. But I've gone back into some of my storage, and as you can see, still trying to get the family room together down here. Still some boxes, but I found some of my old. See, how do I classify this? Old comic book specialty trading cards, or gimmick trading cards. Cards, of course, were still hot in the early 90s, along with Pogs, Sky Caps, whatever you want to call them. But and a lot of them, of course, went from, obviously, they went from just sports cards to comic book related cards. I've held on to all of those. They have no value anymore. I just always thought they were cool. Now, they'll probably have their day again. Everything comes back. But I just thought I'd share a few of them. There are some Star Wars, some Empire Strikes Back cards here, extra long, glossy, very nice, foil embossed, I believe. Nope, that's not foil embossed, just extra long, but kind of neat stuff there. There's Independence Day, movie related, these obviously, but oblong cards with the really cool illustrations on the back and photo illustrations. More Star Wars. Okay, but now here's some comic related stuff. The Kingdom Come extra cards. This was a promo card. Most of my stuff's promo stuff that would come in like Previews catalog, Wizard magazine, that kind of thing. But there's a beautiful Alex Ross Superman oblong card, Kingdom Come, inspired. Now, there's no order to this stuff. It's just all thrown into a notebook. This is from 1994, Wildcats, a Jim Lee illustration on an oblong foil card. Very beautiful, nice stuff there. And so there's some. Now, some of this stuff, I won't even know where it came from, which magazine, but these are Fleer Ultra. This is an uncut sheet of 3, foil embossed. I'm not sure who the artist is on that, but it's beautiful stuff. But it's X Factor, and you can see the illustration there. I'll try to get the whole thing in there, but really nice stuff. Again, these are just kind of cool to have. Now here's a couple of postcards that I never used and never would use, but this is, of course, Wet Works by Will Spertasio, 1992 postcard. Thought that was kind of cool. And like I say, well, I would always grab these, and to this day, I'll still, if I find them, I'll grab them in a dollar box or something like that. Now, here's a cool one, another postcard. At the time that DC was promoting the Knight's End storyline, where Bruce Banner was taking back the mantle of the Batman, and so you have that really cool Bruce Wayne Batman versus Jean Paul Batman postcard on a white background. Really nice, really gorgeous stuff. I should say that was I forget his last name or his first name, but Nolan, the guy who did the Batman art quite a bit. Nolan and Scott Hanna. What was his first name? I don't remember. Anyway, and then there are these relief DC cards called Outburst, Firepower DC cards. They were Overpower cards, which was a game, Overpower game at the time, but got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash there. And like I said, these are raised. You can feel you can see it there as well. Very cool stuff. Here is a Spider-Man, some Spider-Man promotion, three card sheets, all by Mark Bagley. Great art. Craven, Spider-Man, and the Chameleon. And we have the stuff on the back. Again, these are all promo cards. Here's another Spider-Man with Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage. Really cool, uncut, sheet of 3. Great Mark Bagley art. Here's one, Spider-Man and the Lizard. And like I say, I don't even remember where a lot of these came from. I know a lot of them came in various magazines. Some were promos that were sitting at your local comic shop until they ran out. Here's a 4-card uncut sheet. Spider-Man, Venom, Lizard, and Hobgoblin. Cool stuff. Mark Bagley again. He was just the hot Spider-Man artist during the 90s. Okay, now we go to some Marvel Masterpiece uncut sheets. An uncut sheet of 4, foil embossed by various artists, all Wolverine. Those are Marvel Masterpieces. I'll zoom in on 2 at a time. And you can see just gorgeous, gorgeous art. Beautiful renditions of Wolverine. You can tell this was promo by, of course, by the advertisement on the back that takes the whole card sheet. Here's another set of cards. Now these came, I want to say these came in a cereal or something that I got at the grocery store, but I'm not sure about that. But this is where Fleer was kind of putting a football theme to superhero cards. I'm not sure why, but these are 1994 Fleer Ultra X-Men uncut sheet of 4, foil embossed. Again, beautiful, beautiful illustrations, very glossy. And then of course you have, in football style, you have stats on the back. That was kind of cool. I like that. 1995 Flair Marvel Annual. These are Marvel Annual. They are masterpiece, Marvel Masterpiece type cards, but they were called Flair Marvel Annual. Actually, 6. This is an uncut sheet of normally 4, but there's 6. You'll see on the front there. There's the promotion, but then there's Spider-Man, Storm, and Sabretooth. Beautiful illustrations there. But then on the back, you also have, I don't know who Alome is, Hobgoblin and Namor. This one says Alome. I don't know. Anybody know who that is? You can tell me in the comments. But neat stuff there. Now, everybody likes chromium, and this is a promotion for Marvel Metal cards, 1995. Called it the Dawn of the Metal Age. Engraved 3D prismatic foil, and you have here a sheet of 4 with Magneto, Venom, Wolverine, and Iron Man. And look at you can see the chromium look there. Very nice stuff. Prismatic foil, I guess I should say. Today we just call that chromium. But and then 1994 Flair comics, Marvel comic, actually reproductions of art painted over. I can't say who all of these are. I believe the Wolverine was originally Adam Kubert, or Andy Kubert, one of the Kubert brothers. The Spider-Man that you'll see here in a moment was Ron Lim, but then painted over. I don't know who did the Phoenix, but there's Wolverine, and then the Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage, and then a Phoenix, very shiny, glossy, and this is thick board. And then on the other side you have Cable, Spider-Man 2099, Thunderstrike, and Ghost Rider. Cool stuff. So next, more Fleer Ultra 1994, and this is kind of cool because you have not just characters, but single characters, but you also have showdowns, or a showdown. You have Rogue, Apocalypse, Jubilee, and then you have a Spider-Man versus Wolverine, which I'll get that closer for you there. But cool stuff. And then beautiful back, information on the back. Beautifully done. All right. Now we get a little bit of Batman related stuff, and this was back when they were heavily promoting Batman Forever, which is a real stinker of a movie, but still fun to watch for some reason because you have the Riddler and Two-Face and Batman and Robin, and you just got some great stuff in there. But anyway, this is a oversized card, promotional card advertising the Batman Forever metal card set in late May of 1995. But there is that beautiful metal look. On the back, stats about the details about the card series. And then you do have a couple of uncut sheets of 4 with the stars of Batman Forever. Lots of regrets about that movie, but at the same time, just visually fun to watch. Just try not to pay too much attention to the acting. But there's another one with the 4 stars on there. Again, these were well done. These were cool as far as just cards. And then not strangely, I love this TV series. I still want to get the whole thing. You can get the whole thing. It's all been available on DVD for years. But Babylon 5, a uncut sheet of 4, with the characters on there, foil embossed. Really neat cards. In the 90s, I was a big card guy to a degree. Even some sports cards, which there are some of those here. But now we go to put these away. There were also, we're talking about uncut sheets. They're larger uncut sheets. I'll get to here in a moment. The first one being a 1995 Fleer Ultra series based on the Fox Kids Network. Now, I don't know. Well, yeah, there was it was a card series, as far as I can tell, based on the Fox Kids Network, because it even advertised bonus limited edition insert sets. But here is the sheet, uncut sheet, which is kind of cool because you do have Spider-Man, you have Wolverine on there from the X-Men series, you have the Tick. Always loved the Tick cartoon series, great stuff, and the live action series, for that matter, with I don't remember his name, but the guy who played David Putty on Seinfeld. Just great series. But then Spider-Man again on there, and I don't know some of those other characters because, quite honestly, I didn't watch anything that wasn't superhero related by that time. But I love the foil embossed on there as well, and so that was kind of a neat series. And then again, I don't even remember where I got some of these, but here is Casper, the Casper movie. Now, not much of a movie for my 2 cents, but really beautifully embossed cards there, and card sheet, 9-card sheet there, and then also a nice big image on the back promoting the card set. Man, they used to do card sets for every movie, TV show. Seems like, especially, even as you see, Fox Kids Network. So now here's one. It's kind of different. Again, I just used to pick these up whenever I could, especially if they were free. Never seen a single full episode of Power Rangers or a Power Rangers movie. Never planned to, but there you go. 9 uncut card sheets. There's, for some of you who were Power Rangers fans as kids, there's a good look at uncut card sheet there. The back advertised different, powerful 3D holograms featuring the Power Rangers and evil space aliens and more. But there's the back of that. So that's kind of cool. Now, we talked about Mark Bagley earlier. I can tell this particular sheet it was perforated. I took it out, carefully tore it out to make sure that I could keep it, not have to keep the whole magazine. It was probably a previews, but there's a beautiful Mark Bagley 9-card uncut sheet with all those classic Spidey villains, Vulture and Dr. Octopus and Electro and Mysterio and Lizard, and then Hobgoblin, Carnage, and Venom. Great stuff. Another one that was obviously torn out because of the perforation on the left edge, Marvel Universe cards, 1994. These were, I'm trying to look at who, these may have been I guess these were just Marvel Entertainment cards. I don't see a particular card company name on here. So anyway, Marvel Universe cards, 1994. Got lots of different illustrations on there. Silver Surfer, War Machine, Spider-Man 2099, Scarlet Witch, Thanos, Beast, Venom, Daredevil, all by popular illustrators, all foil embossed. Very cool stuff. And then this one, Skybox. I'm sure there were quite a few card series done on this series, but this is a Skybox, advertising a Skybox series for Simpsons cards. You got Radioactive Man, Otto, Itchy and Scratchy, and then Homer Simpson on there. But and then information on the back about them. Kind of funny stuff there. All right. So there's the big sheets there. There may be more back here as soon as I check it out. Really centered that camera real well, didn't I? I'm going to take these out singly because some of these are cards that were insert cards into, you know, some sports card sets. Had actually some cards that were illustrated by different comic book artists. My eyes are not good enough to read what company put this out because it's not obvious on here, but they were called Fanimation cards. They were team NFL players. And here is I'm looking for this guy's name. Jerry Rice. Okay, Jerry Rice, illustrated by Rob Liefeld. Puts Jerry Rice in a superhero-like costume there, and very cool concept. Very cool concept. Not a big Rob Liefeld fan, but a cool concept. Now, this next guy that I've got 5 different cards of here, I am a fan of, and that is the great Neal Adams. I think the easiest way to do this is just to do, you have a card there, Jerry Robinson, there in the middle, slamming the basketball. And then you have Marshall Faulk, another Neal Adams illustration. Barry Sanders, who was my favorite football player. He was the reason I watched the Detroit Lions. I watched the Detroit Lions for 2 years after he retired and couldn't watch anymore. And then Emmitt Smith, all Neal Adams illustrations. And then Lawrence Taylor on the back there. I hope you can see those despite the glare, but beautiful Neal Adams illustrations of these amazing football players, amazing athletes. Okay, and so that was kind of cool. I always had to pick those up if I found them. Now, a couple other some more sheets here. Heater just came on. I hope that doesn't cause too much problems. Here's another postcard advertising Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Beautifully rendered postcard. Again, I would never use these, you know, to send a message to anyone. These are keepsake, but beautiful card there. And then, speaking of Rob Liefeld, another. Okay, those were those cards that I showed you just, those Fanimation cards. Those were Upper Deck, or the Rob Liefeld one. That was an Upper Deck 1992 football series. And here is a large promotional card, Rob Liefeld art, for those Upper Deck Fanimation cards. You also have a Jim Lee illustration there. Liefeld, Lee, obviously. And so really neat stuff. Yeah, drawn exclusively by Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld. That would be an interesting set to try to track down. Never tried to. I'm sure they're accessible on eBay. But blank other side. But anyway, that's just kind of a cool promotional piece. Okay, so that's cool. All right, some of this stuff is sports related. Again, just going through the cards from the 90s. All right, hey, there's another Superman postcard. Oh, I had a few of those. Those are all Superman postcards. Superman, what did I just say? Superman for All Seasons postcards. All right, and so it's kind of some neat stuff there. Let's see. Talk amongst yourselves as I put these back. Flip through this. See, there's many. As I said, I was into sports cars as well at the time. So there's many of those in here as well. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything geek related. And it doesn't appear that I am. Oh, I will show. Okay, here we go. I'll take this one out as well, because this is another Neal Adams related. These were classic cards, 1993, Classic Games Incorporated. And on here you have a couple of other Neal Adams illustrated cards. Troy Aikman, right there. I never was a big Aikman fan, but you know, that's just me. And then Shaquille O'Neal by Neal Adams, gotta love it. I mean, not just slamming the basketball, but destroying the goal in the process. And so anyway, Troy Aikman and Shaquille O'Neal by Neil Adams. Who knew? Let's see. Let's. You know, a lot of comic fans are also sports fans. I haven't been really for a long time. We like to watch some baseball. Don't watch any NFL, NBA. My 10-year-old son does. But if it's comics related, if there's some way to get the comics connection in there, I'm all about it. Anyway, here's some 90s trading card goodness. I thought I'd share with you because I've had it for years, and one of these days I'll break out some of my other comic related trading card stuff. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching 4 Color Commentary.